Yeah.
Look, you see, Champions League in Yansha, even though a new format, say, no. You've got to accept the fact that Champions League na bono. In Yansha, Champions League, the proper competition itself, starting in the February phase, and as a round of 16 stage, and I shall be another business say, and the day and you know what? The one kind of gaslighting, Mikel Arteta, he cannot gaslight anybody. He cannot. Inter Milan edge competition, ball finals, and now we are Italian champions. I mean, it's documented. Obienim. Ntino say Arsenal show ma a chair level or Madrid, and then this is a serious contender for the competition. No. Fancy. The Invincibles. And then there's a story with Edu no kind or Globum. One of the things that re-energized the Invincible story happened in November 2003, and it happened in this same stadium. Unfortunately, in the team for the and then to say in the Premier League now, Arsenal, Breno. Sabreno Premier League, according to Edu. Now, omo show biya. Anya de near draw. Name no match Fiamma Inter Besho 3-0 in the Champions League. And we are Dynamo Kiev, Dynamo Kiev, and so I show 2-1. Now Dynamo Kiev no 99 and we yi and my racing in here against Barcelona. Na Sergei Rebrov and Andrei Shevchenko. Now some players ne free ho. Nti like blocking more the new players be na be shim and na Dynamo Kiev edebo. But now Omash Arsenal. Nti after 2 matches, Arsenal our 2 defeats. Omari our group num. In a group that contains Dynamo Kiev, Olympiacos, Omo, and then Inter. So Omo ko boss our ball. Park no so no say nah, this is really the cathedral of football. And na Edu Ekache theory on say or a semi-final last season. The previous season, ball final. Old Trafford. Emma Juventus ni AC Milan ball an all-Italian final. Name on the way to the final, AC Milan Inter ball semi-final. Ayen Sembibri Materazzi. And this half flares be omotutu. So how no catching on this no say yeah, Italian football has really got that thing. Now the change. No, Makwa first goal, na Inter, and then in the second half, Henry the first, Henry the second, Henry the third. Henry and Freddie Ljungberg linked up with Kanu, and Nane Inter 5-1. Henry the first, Henry the second, Henry the third, Henry the fourth. Nasada no mobano, and no mudi command Edu catch say this could be the beginning of something special for them if they put their acts together. It only took Chelsea in the Arsenal free Champions League in the semi-final. In fancy, Saab Stadium Hono in November 2003. Arsenal koho control Inter Dima. So any idea that victory brings it brings nothing but it rejuvenates Arsenal season because Omashe Italian champions.
And it's sound November.
Exactly. Until Omoshe Sani so. And that game, coincidentally, was the last time they met in this competition. Into Bukayo Saka, the story is there. Oya Odegaard, the story is there. Declan Rice, the story is there. Gabriel Martinelli, the story is there. Raya, the story is there. They winning today, and Chelsea Arsenal will be contenders when the real competition starts. Because in this competition, they don't have the pedigree. But, Senia, Invincibles, no. It to me fast how much we this is sound story in 2003-2004 season. No. They should do same. Because eventually Arsenal ended up top in that group. So what have these guys of 21 years later? What have these guys got to offer? Again, you would have to target the movement between the center backs and then the wing backs. Because each of the time, I mean, who's a air cross biano, the switch is either from the left or the right. Or down for now, I'll cross bob, What are two baby Italian left wing back?
Di Marco.
And then Netherlands boy now or born
Dumfries.
also on the other side. Name some free wa. It becomes either the 3 or the 2, making it the back 4 or back 5. In the side spaces, no, that's Saka's position. That is Martinelli or Trossard's position. Declan Rice and Timmy and 2 can be. Young could be some dintina one could be. But if you are Thomas Partey, this is the game.
Odegaard also.
This is the game. Fancy. This is the game. You target certain spaces. Because I've watched them closely. They give away goals now. Juventus for goals in the free. I mean, that should be the template to play them. Press them high. And as I lull them into force security with a medium press. Then you apply quick high press pressure. You get them. The reason is that they have an exceedingly good goalkeeper in Yann Sommer, who has seen it at the very highest level. Into what would you offer them? A constant threat. First, I say Italian defense, but I know Dumfries, not Di Marco. Clearly, and then the goals abound in that attack, not least Lautaro Martinez. Until they have what it takes to harm Arsenal. Arsenal, if they target that spaces in between the centre backs and the wing backs, they could hurt Inter. Which means, just like Lex said, we are going to see quite a number of goals. But But these guys have got threats all over the pitch. Fancy everywhere. Inter for Bobiano, almost a shejuma. And it's the build-up phase for me. Sometimes they go 2-3, depending on who is deployed. Minim Sene Chanaloglu. So you get it. And he has become the key man. Barella has become the driving force when they are moving from defensive phase into offensive phase. And you see, players are more driver. This is not Henrik Mkhitaryan of old. But he will need close space. And some of it, but Chanaloglu, he can drive from anywhere, from either a dead ball situation or even an in-play situation, a ball in the rolling, or Betima Boma Manaba. What have Arsenal got to offer? Jorginho, whom is he going to control? Thomas Partey, whom is he going to control? And Arsenal Beba with a double pivot to accommodate a 2-3 or 3-2 build-up. Would that affect their creativity? Odegaard don't even born 90 minutes. You would have to introduce him gradually. And this stadium is an old stadium. Not least the Caver. So a lot is at stake for Arsenal. They have a good opportunity. Say, on best story, just as the Invincibles used that story to change their story, that match to change their story in 2003. Are they ready for a moment that will see them revitalize the season? So only Inter ball in the 1/16 quarterfinal stage. It's a statement win against a 3-time champion. Knowing very well, so what's Nanangasan Unjibida. Name Senti Sadia. Now no more no upper qualification secure. Send your bear Ubewo 8 num. Now unsign kobo extra game in the playoff, possibly in a congested fixture period. I've not seen the details of it yet. But my dream is more no holidays in England. So I fast route in the
second 8, third 8 no.
Ube lose 2 days ni be the abo. So 2-legged playoff no. At the round of 16. And send I didn't see kono. Real Madrid matches na aka no. Yeah, bar to January. By Leverkusen for almost bought 3 of the last 4 matches LFA. So they can do anything at all to you. But for you, Arsenal, what would you want to do? Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa, for their own good fancy. I also hope can be so. No more avoid this idea. Because some of my Canadian or my yache. But then it's going to be a beautiful game. And we would want to see if Arsenal maybe use this opportunity to rewrite the story in the league. Because we are Chelsea. Chelsea can present a formidable team for Noah. Basset Money Noah's Ark and about Thursday in Libya. They will present a new team for Arsenal. Now, no many people want to say that extra day of travel could also harm you. Players never recovery no playing the man because now Ohebo Nibia now be sounds identity Bobo Nibia or more moving no more say to make our park. So they need to warm to get to the level of Omo boy and send a bear pra any fatigue and how. This is us. Did I'm expecting. So Ateta would see this game for the history of the club and use this platform as an opportunity to rewrite the story of the season. Omo kechi kakra, but winning and it's a big team no. And AC Milan and Omobo. It's Inter Milan. Omo are 3-time champions, but Inter Milan are playing this game to secure points. At this stage, clubs no more pay BBI, no. They are trying to get themselves good. So you look at Obichel Liverpool fancy. And a slot here. I mean, why is Boniface on the left? But me anytime me play Otisa on the left me Everton Man United 2013-2014 Roberto Martinez. Lukaku was deployed from the left. When he's in flight, it's difficult to stop him. And Boniface was threatening all over with his movement. Just that end results, no, and man. And then you could also see Jonathan Tah was relishing for a physical battle. Until Luis Diaz na abenim. So these are things that more 7 million pounds a year, 8 million pounds a year. No, or a bit to me and we say like you've got to do the job and then do it well. And Liverpool's ability to contain vets in the game, because he staffed Leverkusen with creativity. And Ejuma, say almost Shebima Kopama, almost Shama vets. I would love to see elite playmakers with experience. When we are I feel no more favor. We are elite boys Nibia. Senkabia Bruno Fernandes or Team Papa Bimuna or Champions League Nibia. And I would want to see how Liverpool would contain him. Because Manchester for no team, but he also gives you elite numbers. It's also 5 kilometers. Some passports. Team Nina to say 5 kilometers lower of the standard near. Into Real Madrid almost standard for kilometers near him.
Oh, from I shall like my referee cry San Marino for one say on the Madrid ball friendly game.
National team.
San Marino national team. Almost say Omo say Madrid for Nasa. The last 2 matches, so if you imagine 4 and 8, 3 goals. Almost was an man son over 20-something years ni over 20 years no almost win first win. Thomas and common Real Madrid ball friendly game San Marino.
So it's a baby dream. Mo bra na say national team no crowd 93 minutes 97 na say no so mo share obi o bi share omo
over 20 years 4 months
omo Andorra and Gibraltar they be ha na de omo per goals say ne match am ko kan betimi abo. That's the beauty of football. Now what's now can I think I'm beginning to accept it. Fancy there is a gap between the defense and the attack at Real Madrid. There is, and then again, tweaks. No, you have to tweak it to get the balance. When they get the balance, they are okay because Tchouaméni covers ground, Bellingham covers ground, Camavinga covers ground. But say ya bobo na minim se de mi hu ye na no kra. Fede Valverde no girlfriend.
The wife Anopano yeah, made the back. Yeah, Mina Bonino. Or Sini Kununu Nyarenga or boss 6 turning point pivot and as access or consider Bena Mobeja to Sini Kununya Renga.
No, you see that's the problem. Akumia, they be obey but Nipano. Some pepa and find him out. Yeah. You see, you have to find the balance in the team.
Yeah. The right balance.
Because number 6 for there. Any woman normally come having about train.
Oh yeah.
Fancy and consider Ben. And you see, Modric is old. He cannot cover ground for you. Born never ban with Timia in Yama. You get it? Early stages, they will find a way to get a balance as the season goes on. But these results send a kind a wake up call for the fans to accept it. Say like,
Beza Brahma.
I don't know about this Real Madrid team. They say one they needed or more arrogance in the transfer market. What for us we make can't was be. It's what has been their harm. What am I say? Lucas Vazquez in the ball too.
Some passport.
Yeah, for Lucas Vazquez in Motu in the Champions League.
What's Wabobi?
There be a difference between Wabobi and it's a pivotal. Anytime Real Madrid is going to win the Champions League, you always talk about Dani Kabaya. What am I say? Lucas Vazquez in Nubia beat me in Abutu. I could see a year on Real Madrid in the Champions League. There be. Fellow man, so on the problem is big akra. I told you and I say was shifted. But an opano your story be na many Terry Henry. Ejina TV so can be say it seems he said Jude Bellingham cover grounds as also ye Kylian Mbappe adwuma de ma no. It is high time Kylian Mbappe will accept Sobe the number 9 and transform himself to become one of the top number 9s.
Also on pace,
never more fancy. You see, how many number 9 they rely on pace?
Ojam, apart from pace, I work Kylian Mbappe one. I think he has some quite good technical qualities to also build as a foundation from there.
Bro, for no kind of thing. I could be
yeah.
Tactical for Manamuka. Playing with the face.
Back a go.
Masa.
Ojam, she, we onye Cristiano Ronaldo. Agreed. But me be a Cristiano Ronaldo free buy. Ebe number 9. Kylian Mbappe wo age a obetimi dia dane sa nyoma ni na be sa number 9 na wo hia no. Ronaldo Delima El Fenomeno solid on one back to goal. But movement into spaces. Striker be an quality. Or has Zlatan Ibrahimovic back to go. Or Cavani movement. There are a lot of players be on my Obia Peke, maybe I was all fan of the Ayajuma. Men Kylian Mbappe. So working on the movement, he could literally be a deadly center forward. Sheha Wana Terry Henry. This is a player who has played as a winger, has played as a number 9. For example, Sasu French in and Obia Obetimia Hunu, baby, there is weakness where you can improve, where you can do a lot of things. Me untimi fate who coaching the Onyadie. But in terms of experience, he has seen it before. He knows how to do it. And he learned a lot about it. And Ebuano. So literally, you cannot be competing with Vinicius Jr. on the wings. But you could also improve. Not become an extravagant number 9. Be a heavier broso. But at least you can do something, pick up the foundation from there, work around it, and become a top number 9 in the near future. It's high time our own cycling itself to that. You see, Cristiano Ronaldo is not Cristiano Ronaldo because of Messi na Messi intia. Adena Ronaldo, yeah, Ronaldo boy as a right winger, or boy as a left winger. Ronaldo said you made the name of Real Madrid near the Adena. Or yeah, Benzema money players be baba team Dabi. Mebo 9.
Dabi meza play at the same pursue. You bu on ma sebi ebia kroki to bi ma eta kan say krasi bi amete. Ebia papa dan bi ma no dan to your opportunity na or taking go. Menim say make count because Ronaldo share ne background any level and no page about say menya Madrid me na me pese me ba we nso dia no yo hini bi woni kromo Mbappe
in the long run it is not Real Madrid who is going to lose. Real Madrid have seen great players come to the club and far obeko you will go, they will get another one, they will come and replace it. And besides, if you don't work out for Real Madrid, they don't care. And you need this club to also make sure so bit my on your maybe. So I think sir, he needs to work on himself being a center forward.
So pay.
Now see I want to know. No, if you're not ready to play, then Real Madrid will need to get in another person to play the number 9. Then no free bench aba.
Somewhere baby real last season you say na Vinicius so ba more central.
That didn't say Vinicius no on Real Madrid best left winger. Area seen na assistance currently on her best left winger. Untimin to no. Untimin to no baby adobo you either ask because as same wo be ba ye kan wa ha. In the Real Madrid dressing room, Kylian Mbappe is not a big boy than these guys oh. What you must say? Before our Real Madrid did Champions League, ne Vinicius ne Bellingham ne Rodrigo man and more money. Rodrigo therefore ya before Kraketwa. Ya peja boy not in the tea. Last our panyan. Baby obe fraba. Rodrigo etimi de nebo 11. Rodrigo etimi de nebo 10. Rodrigo etimi de nebo 7. Fedi Valverde na na yere complaining. Ye de number 7 sa e wo mu kra sa de ne ba mfimfin kakra. No abesen no akobo ha. All of them are adjusting. This is a team that has always adjusted according to what the coach wants to give the team balance and get you results. And this is what is happening. So he see that he accepts or not. Far away from Real Madrid, and your you said that one. I think sir, Victor Gyökeres is announcing himself to the world in so many kind of ways. Bia, and ra, or a chance not say the first time now. Now I dream by your second one kunya confidence in share. If you want to know how good a striker is, it's about how many times he knocks on the door and he gives you the results you want.
Yeah.
Such chance no nya first one no. Now o check XG nukra na was so change the second goal no share and the first goal no share in the game. Now, or baby, I will the angle of the pass, ni through pass, ni by. Any baby, or Pia born, any born, then he did the ball bounce to finish up the ball. Now, you'd understand, say, no. I could have no ball quality in the sense in Ukraine. It was handy. Now, I say, the baby, I would know. First of all, Coventry City, in command, I'm on food, you know. He was on the rise from Coventry City, but I say, yeah, I down, so. Because near 2 years a championship there. I say, and you be papa be a bit my was him. Or checking the heat map for Coventry City in 3 seasons. Anyhow, I know City goes no. Most of the time, they say this season or 11 and the following season, or bear 15 and 20. The 10th season, no, bear 21 and 22. So, or pidem, sir, and or the Ababe PM. I was Sporting CP. For £20 million. This is a player. Brighton and Hove Albion, Jana Kwamana, Coventry City for £1 million. And or a striker or bit mama bibia unyana nipa ko discover no nipa no so Chelsea Samjiwo na course wedding a normal game ya bono so kwa kohwe bi ogina ohwe bi ahu sa akra boy say there bi akra we was meeting be pim England even for Brighton under 23s me say akra no duru honom no onya ball kron person be pass because and he can do things on his own.
Or a striker.
You know, hardly do you even get strikers to do things. Strikers are multi and on their own. And they do not come. For example, Luis Suarez. Obetimia Fabon, not Danoa, or no about Cosanadi on Pemwabia. Zlatan used to do that. Or Jebon on one Casabet media and idea, Panyano, Frabo, no, their Quacotum. When Rooney started as a centre forward, before Sakran Yebe moving on, those things were so you look at him and you see the trade. Now, first one a penalty, no super sports, and 51% shot accuracy. This is in the number of goals. I watch a crab adrenaline tears. So the number of goals, 23 goals in 17 games,
3 assists.
And the Danny say, who catch them say a championship no goals no. Or say okay fine, Matthias a championship. Waba Portuguese league among the top 5 leagues we are say. Or say she goes now, must there be we local champion. Or Tifia na debia we she goes no. Was have she goes na nkasa Champions League one announcing itself. They touch me answer. Most Champions League ya oba ikra no she goes ne little money teams nketenkete no onye nyomo Champions League ni ma na ohwehwe mo. Or say there be munya abotre ma me. Was akushia Manchester City. Wakobo hat-trick. Obi epe no. But I think Sporting Lisbon will be another team to look out for. To make sure say Akodawi ombese huno no matter
last season.
And you look at 43 matches played, 45 goal scores, and Adia man who you say he's not only a goal scorer, he's a creator.
Yes, a chances na krana will be creating. No say players ni be you are no motion and kaya assistant. I mean say na assistant numbers no cost. Na
assistant numbers never cost
because 74 chances created.
74 chances created as a striker center forward. And obetimi ni obi abo Ruben Amorim ade na awaye ne nyina na awaka omu nyina no atum no munya abotre mfama no
no ase munya abotre
adwuma no be ne Manchester na edin
osesa born and Sporting born the Manchester ntimi mo ti
per that statement no I'll take it as an ambiguous statement. Oh, now this is just my main kasana. Amorim ball baso so my main kasana.
Hey, yes, Amorim ball.
What if I see me so to the
Amorim ball?
Masa.
Okay, match me that say FSC.